Welcome back, guys. I'm Tony Hanson, joined by Vin B and Vinny Pro. And today we're looking at Tabletopia.com, specifically the game called Wingspan. It's the expansion known as the European expansion. So, Tabletopia.com, for those of you that are not familiar, is a great place to play thousands of amazing board games online with your friend anywhere in the world. I'm going to take you through some of the features of the platform, and then Vin B is going to take you through the actual game. So right now on the bottom right-hand side of the screen, you're going to see the video feature that's coupled with the audio feature and the text box. This allows you to communicate with anyone you're playing with very easily. And again, it's right inside of the program. Makes it very intuitive, very simple. Also, you're looking at the 3D environment in front of you. It works as you think it should work. It's basically you can move around, you can change perspective, and it's pretty easy to see what you need to see when you want to. So what I'm going to show you right now is a simple fact. It is called the camera perspective. And what it does is it allows you to jump around anywhere in the 3D environment and see something. And the cool thing to note is that you're not hogging the interface for anyone else. So wherever you zoom around, only you see that. If there's a certain mission objective that everyone can see, and perhaps you looking at it would tip them off, well, in real life, they would know what you're looking at, and would tip them off. But in the virtual environment, they have no idea. I'm going to show you how to navigate that. So right now, what you do is you pick a spot you want to go to. Let's say you want to look at around the bag, okay? I would save it to a number. For example, I'll pick a number, so let's say 8, and I'll press Shift, and then 8, and it saves that exact view. Then later in the game, if I'm somewhere else looking around, and I remember I'm going to go back to that view, I can go back to 8 just by pressing the number, no shift, and it'll go back to the bag, and it's as simple as that. I can go around everywhere I want to. If you want to see something a little closer, you can go up to it, double click, and it comes right to your screen. And again, you're not clogging the screen for anyone else. It's a pretty great system, pretty intuitive. And let's go to Vinny B right now, who's going to take you into the game.
As always with Tabletopia, one of the first things you notice is that the setup is super easy. You just click on the game, you click start, you go right in, and the game is ready and waiting for you. So with the European expansion, you can see from the high view that we have the extra purple eggs, but also going into your hand. Yep, the purple eggs on the right side there. And then into the player boards, again, it starts already with all your hand dealt out, ready for you to select which cards you want to take and which resources you want to give up. And the nice thing about this is, again, all those extra bird cards that you get from the European expansion, everything's already mixed in, shuffled, and then dealt out and ready to go. So you can view your hand, pick which cards you want and which ones you want to discard. The same with the tokens. And you're ready to go. And again, what's in your hand, nobody else can see. It's your private view. And as Tony's moving the bird card around there, one of the other features that's great about this, it makes life easier, is if you're playing on a board and you put your card down on a table, sometimes it slips up. This jumps to the spots on the board that actually, it's like a magnet. It pulls the card down, so it makes it very easy to do management of the cards on the player boards. Then over here on the boards, we have your deck of cards for the birds and a deck of cards for the bonuses. You can interact with the deck by selecting it and right-clicking on the deck and being able to draw out cards, more than one card at a time, taking them by pulling them out or drawing them directly into your hand. And then, as Tony was showing over here, you can also select the dice. And Tony, you want to go over the dice?
Basically, you click the dice, you press R, and you will roll it. But what if you want to roll more than one dice? Pretty easy. All you do is press Shift, go on over the whole thing, and now notice they're all highlighted with that glow. Press R, they will all roll together at the same time. To a very similar point, you can go over to chips, and you can deal with stacks the same way. So you do have the number that pops up, tells you how many chips are in that pile. If you just drag over, you'll pull over one at a time. What if you want to draw the whole thing? Again, do Shift, and you can go over anything you want, and then you could draw the entire stack.
The last thing of note is your objective board on the top and between to the left of the dice, and between the dice and the bag there. It comes out with your goals right at the start of the game. And some people, they want to play with different goals, or it's randomized. They don't like the goals that come out. If you want to get a new set of goals, all you have to do is go to the Tabletopia banner in the upper left and click Restart Game. It'll restart the game, reset everything to scratch. But again, because everything's randomized with the setup, you're going to get new random goals, you're going to get new random cards in your hand, so on and so forth.
You could also rotate and flip cards as needed if you have to move them to a different player position as well. So if you hit F, it'll flip the card over. If you hit Q or E, it'll rotate the card left or right, depending on which direction you hit. Same thing works with tokens. If you have to flip tokens for any reason, you just hit F over the token. You can also flip multiple tokens or multiple cards at once if they're laid out across the board.
So that's that, guys. That is Wingspan, the European expansion. Hope you enjoyed that. And once again, there's many, many other games like this on tabletopia.com that you can play with friends. Definitely check it out. Find your favorite game, sit down, and have a great time. For Audio Dungeon, I'm Tony Hanson, joined by Vinny B, Vinny Pro, and we'll see you next time. Thanks.